Hi guys, so as we said in the last vlog that we were going to talk to you about some travelling. Leon, Mr. Bustin,
hello,
and I have both been fortunate enough to go travelling. I must say fortunate enough, we worked bloody hard for a long time to save up the money and booked our tickets and kind of bit the bullet and did it. We didn't go together, Leon went a year before me, but we thought we'd share with you some of our experiences, wouldn't we?
Yeah, we might as well.
So where did you go, Mr. Bustin?
I was with an ex-partner. I travelled with an ex-partner about, God, I feel old now, it was about 4 years ago. So
Should we be that long?
Yeah, I think it's 4 years now. We flew out to Australia, stayed in Australia for around 2 months, and camper van down with one of the wicked campers down to Sydney.
Just tell people how you managed to get hold of that camper, what you had to do.
Well, basically we went to the depot to pick the camper up, and Wicked have got this basic type thing. Well, obviously travelling's all about saving money anyway, so they said there was photos of naked people everywhere, and what they said is if you turned up to pick your camper van up naked, you'd get a day's rental for free. So yeah, we went and got naked and then walked back in and got the camper van for free, and just had to have a photo taken with a cowboy hat and done all that, and then yeah, stayed in Sydney for New Year's, which was wow. You know, you guys have got it pretty good over there in Australia. That is one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen, the harbour. And then went over to New Zealand, travelled a full loop around New Zealand for a month, which was just, I would live in New Zealand tomorrow if I could, if I didn't have to leave him and my family behind. And obviously my other half, she'd come with me, my now girlfriend. And yeah, then went back to Australia for a little while, and then went over to Thailand for a month. So yeah, just done the 3 countries, spent 4 months away. Worked, like John said, worked our backside off to get the money so we didn't have to work while we were away. And if you haven't done it, bloody do it. Best thing I've ever done. Relationship came to an end, which is a shame, but you see my missus now? Boosh. So, but yeah, it was a good experience. So yeah. What about you, John?
I did it slightly different to Leon. I went a little bit later, a year after Leon, roughly, wasn't it? About a year after you?
Yeah, I think
I'd wanted to go for a long time. Since I left school, I'd always wanted to go to Australia. But I did it a little bit different. I went with Lloyd, well, Leon's cousin came with me, Lloyd. He met me out there, and I went with Jim and Tan, as you probably saw some of their videos out there. So I got my flights really cheap actually, but travelling, oh my god, it's just the best thing you'll ever do. Everyone said to me, oh, you'll go and it will change you as a person and you'll learn so much about yourself. Not so much for me. I was quite comfortable with myself, and I knew who I was before I went, which was nice. But it does change your perspective on life. Like, you actually come home and you do the dishes and stuff like that. You don't just chuck them in the sink. No, but yeah. So I remember when I pulled up to Heathrow, and I'd never even flown by myself before. I'd never done anything. I hadn't been on many holidays, and I was just sitting there at the airport. It was like, right, make sure I get my right flight. Got on that flight, and as soon as you're on that flight and you get in a different country, Bangkok, you don't know where you are, you don't know where you're going, the adrenaline just hits in, and it's the biggest buzz. So I was in Thailand for a month, and we headed to Koh San Road, like the main road in Bangkok, and I lived there for a month, which was insane. Did like full moon party, PP, and all those bits and bobs over there, Chiang Mai, and then I went over to Australia for the best part of the year, and lived out there and worked. And then did the East Coast, which was the best time of my life. The East Coast of Australia was wicked. What was your highlight from Oz?
From Australia, it was definitely New Year's. The whole day, I sat in the Botanic Gardens just above the harbour for 11.5 hours, and we got there at 12:30, and that was classed as late. So we didn't make any friends very quickly because there was people, as you can imagine, people sat everywhere, patches of grass about this big everywhere. And what I decided to do is I got bored of walking backwards and forwards, so when someone brought their legs in to stretch, decided to walk on the grass and open the towel and just sat between these two people. So I sat like that for the first 4 hours because they refused to move because they'd been sat there since 9 o'clock that morning. So that was that. But overall, the biggest experience for me was definitely my bungee jump. Done the Nevis bungee in New Zealand, which I filmed as well, which is absolutely unbelievable. I might actually be able to put that on a video, mightn't I?
Yeah, probably.
I'll be able to upload that for you to have a look and hear me squeal like a baby.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely that was for me.
Awesome.
I know what John's going to say his is.
I've got some of my portfolio. Well, I say my photos here. I'll show you some of the photos. I did the East Coast, so I flew up to Cairns and came back down towards Sydney, so went like snorkeling off the Great Barrier Reef in Cairns, did the Whit Sundays and stuff like that. And the Whit Sundays, but my favourite place in the world, without even question of a doubt, is Byron Bay, where I went kayaking with dolphins and stuff like that. I remember we were on the Whit Sundays on there, and they obviously know how long it takes the sun to set and that, and we were on it, and the sun was setting, and they started playing Elton John, Don't Let the Sun Come Down on Me, and the song finished as the sun kind of went away. And Tara, our guide at the time, said to me, what would make your day? And I said, the only thing I've never seen is I've never seen dolphins. And literally a pod of dolphins come up beside the boat, and the guy who was driving it, and the chef on the boat, said that she's been on there 4 years and hadn't seen any dolphins in there. How true that is, I don't know, but it was wicked. And then Byron Bay was awesome. But all the East Coast was wicked. Like, I don't know if you can see that. That's the Whit Sundays. So that's pretty cool.
You were a right bunter, weren't you?
Yeah, I was an extra stone heavier, and that was fat. So let me try and find me as a fat boy. There's the sun setting in Fraser Island. Wicked. There he is, fat boy. John with the 5 bellies. So yeah, basically that's what we did. I don't know what else to say on that. I could sit and talk to travelling forever and a day.
We could bore everyone with travelling.
With surfing and not being able to surf very well, and I even saw Jack Johnson at the Botanic at Opera House. How cool is that? The Botanic Gardens. So yeah, the best time of my life. If you haven't gone travelling and you just keep saying, that's one thing that annoys me. It annoys me.
The dreamers.
I'm a very, very, like my tattoo, make your own luck. You get what you put in, basically. And I know this is going to sound like a very horrible thing, because some people aren't as lucky as I've been, really, and they come in different environments, and they don't have the do you know what I mean? The opportunities that we have. And I don't mean it in a disrespectful way, but I'm talking about a lot of my friends and stuff like that will say, you're so lucky you did that. And they're in better positions than I am, and it's not a case of that. It's just a case of man and fuck up, really, going, right, I've got that money, booked my ticket. I booked my ticket before I had my spending money.
I borrowed the money.
When Leon's cousin came with me, I said, right, Lloyd, I've just booked your visa. You've got a year to get to Australia, because otherwise it runs out. So we have a year to save up as much as we could. He couldn't make it until a week before, when he managed to sell his car. So you just got to man up and go for it, and then you will not look back. It's the best time of your life. Anyway, this vlog's already been ages, so you can sign out.
Yeah, and if you have been, drop us a comment, tell us what your favourite place was or activity you've done, whatever it may well be. And if there's any questions that you're really worried about, the backpackers and stuff like that. And
hostels rock.
Hostels are amazing. Nomads, the church in Sydney, bloody brilliant. Check it out.
I said it, wake up.
But yeah, that's it. So that's our random little spiel on travelling. We've done it, been there, done it, got the memories and the t-shirts.
That's it. That's what it's all about. Memories.
It's life experience. That costs a lot of money, but the experiences you get out of it are priceless. So in a second, I'll do it again.
One thing I want to say before I go, and much like I live my life, most of my friends know, I don't care too much for money. In the words of Beatles, money can't buy me love. No, basically, money. What is it really? I mean, you can't take it with you. You can't take it with you. At the end of the day, you got memories until the day you go. Who knows if you have them afterwards? I don't know, but you've got them for the rest of your life. So
get out there and make some.
Yeah, have some fun and take a camera with you. Yeah. All right, guys. Love you all. Bye-bye. Bye.